Hi there students, my name is Martin Martels and I'm the UBS Campaigns Chair. We're going to be talking about what poverty is and what we can do to eradicate extreme poverty within a generation.
I mean the 1.4 billion reasons presentation, it's a massive step to help. It provides you with a tool, it doesn't provide you with a solution.
There's a massive saying in the world, in religions, I think Howell use it, it's give a man a fish, yeah? Feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, you can feed him for life. We need to feed these people for life.
Exactly.
With knowledge and tools for themselves.
Yeah, I think the start is just acknowledging that the poverty exists, and it's quite amazing that for such a massive problem in the world, we can even help, like as individuals, by the little things that we do.
I think what we need to do is also encourage people to know that when it comes to poverty, it's not about doing the big things, it's just doing the little things first.
Exactly.
And if we can empower and encourage people to, or educate them, like Miriam said.
I think what we actually need to realize is as well, and I think something that we don't do is, imagine if you were in that person's shoes, if you had nothing, you had no clothes, no food, you are literally on your own, and how would you feel when you're put into that position?
Poverty is a condition of basic want of the necessities of life. Absolute poverty is being in a position where you're unable to change those conditions.
To me, poverty means the state when someone doesn't have what they need emotionally, physically or spiritually.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم أما بعد. Extreme poverty to me means someone who is not able to take care of himself, so much so that he can't even feed himself, and if this stays the same for a couple of more days, he might die due to this. This is what extreme poverty means in my eyes.
Poverty means to me as a person that the world is wrong. There has to be something fundamentally wrong with the world if we're going to allow 1.4 billion people to live on less than the basics, on less than £1 a week.
For me, poverty basically means not being able to provide yourself with your very basic needs. So even though like the definition of poverty is under $2, I think it's not as quantifiable as that.
It's a great time for creativity and innovation on our part in helping people, and it's not just about just donating money and that's it, you've cut it off from there. The best thing that you can give someone is your time and effort. So I think as people in Planet Society, our job is to make people aware of that.
People that just can't afford to buy the things that they want, like there's people that are relatively deprived. Yeah. Like you can be from a decent family or background or whatever, but to yourself, like you can think you're in poverty because you ain't got the means to attain the wealth like that you aspire to, kind of thing. Or like obviously poverty in Africa and stuff, that's a different thing.
Extreme
that's people
poverty,
like in absolute poverty, extreme poverty, like they can't afford the basic human living standards like clothes, shelter, water, stuff like that.
Well, firstly, I think we should understand the reality of the situation. 1.4 billion people in this world live on less than $1.25 a day. Everyone has a right to life under Article 2 of the Universal Convention of Human Rights. Now, this necessitates, I feel, that the UN should make laws to mandate countries to provide the basic means for life.
I think what Christians need to do is be more like Jesus Christ. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "You know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, so that by his poverty you might become rich." I think if Christians are truly to follow the example of Jesus, we need to become poorer, i.e. spend less money, in order that people who have far less than us can become richer.
Muslims in general, according to the religion, they are supposed to pay 2.5% of their income per year above a certain level of income to the poor people. It's an obligation.
What we need to do is we need to gather as many people as possible raise awareness on certain issues, and then go to your lobbying bodies, so the Vice Chancellor of the university, the MPs, the MEPs.
We're looking to do fundraisings by like helping students raise money for people that are less fortunate than us. I'm sure that when we come to this event on the 8th, we'll probably learn something and be able to help more people.
In order to play your part in eradicating extreme poverty in our generation, make sure you come along to the GPP presentation on Tuesday the 8th of March, 5 o'clock in the Howell.
GPP, 8th of March, be the solution.